it went good. I mean, my whole thing with Nick Diaz is I just question how bad he really wants to fight. You know what I mean? We got together, we had a great conversation, talked about, a possible comeback for him. I just, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out this summer and the rest of this year.
What's giving you pause? What makes you think that he's saying he wants to come back, but maybe he's not?
It's just the amount of time that he's taken off already. When you hear him talk about fighting, when you hear him talk about the sport, and I sit down daily or talk to daily hungry, young savages that want to, break into the top 10, become world champions, all that stuff, and Nick Diaz has done it all, seen it all. He's been in big fights. I just don't see that in him when I talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Would you book him a fight without really seeing that? If you felt like maybe he was taking a fight for a reason? It's tough, right? As a promoter, you can't make that decision for him. But do you have to, see something out of him, I guess, before you feel comfortable giving him a fight?
No, listen, he's a grown man. This guy says, I want to fight, and we agreed to a fight, and, doctors say he's fit to fight. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. So how did you leave it with him? When would we get essentially an update?
That we were going to talk, and we would get it figured out.
Yeah. If he does come back, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Go ahead.
If he does come back, how are you viewing him? In terms of, do you want to put him in is he a top 10 guy, or is he just a fun fight guy? How do you view Nick Diaz at this point in his career?
I don't know. I think that at this point in his career, I think that they'll come back and say, we want to fight this guy.
My friends. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to your team. Forgive me for the audio issue. Huddy. Yes, we are marching towards 100 subs. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Computer had a mind of its own. They will take over the world and attack us one day. Oh no, he's coming back for more. Oh my goodness. This is awful. No way, Huddy. You've got to be kidding me. There's just no way. Huddy says that... Oh, wow. I hope nobody faked. I hope nobody faked the 100 subscribers. I hope nobody just created 2 accounts. Anybody that's used to creating multiple accounts, I hope nobody did that. But we did it. We are at 100 subscribers today, my friends. It is a day to celebrate. A day of speculation how that happened so quickly. But we are going to celebrate and enjoy the fact that we made it together. Let's listen to some relaxing music right now together. Woo! Let's go! I mean, it feels weird. I know I think somebody asked the question in the chat, how does it feel to be a celebrity? And it feels amazing. I feel like I've got, based on Huddy changing his profile name, Coach, probably half of these subs are his account. I hope that's not the case, Huddy. But I appreciate your support. I would understand the support where you come from. And as promised, in fact, before we get a practice in, I will forget. One thing I'm known for doing is forgetting or simply procrastinating. I'm guilty as charged of doing all of these things. I'm downloading right now Outlast. I own this game. It's alright. I won't be able to do it right this second, but I'm gonna go and download Outlast. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm gonna download Outlast, and we're gonna do it. Oh, at 20. That is for 100 subscribers. You know what? You're part of the path to my current meteoric rise to the top of everything known to YouTube, like you've seen. We've crashed the algorithm with the number of people that come in here. Charles Dyer. Hey, Coach, enjoy you. Keep grinding. Thank you, my man. We, without you and everybody else that contributes to the chat, it's nothing. I'd be here playing video games by myself, but I would still be doing it. I would still be doing it. I want to let you guys know, even if there were nobody, none of yous were in this chat room, I would be sitting here talking to myself, pretending that somebody would be listening afterwards, as if it were some sort of podcast for them. Couldn't be happier to have you here. Couldn't be happier to be at 100 subs. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Ed wants to know if Francis can make an appearance. Steve-O! Welcome to the 100th subscriber stream. I'm just letting all of these little people know how it feels to be, this tier of celebrity. I expect discounts and free dinners at local diners and Denny's and all sorts of free stuff. Huddy says, what would Coach say with nobody in here? That's a good question. See, that's why you are here, my friend. I would probably just have to talk more about the MMA news. Ed20 says, we better get MK this week. You want Mortal Kombat. Ed20, Mortal Kombat's what you want. Mortal Kombat is what you will have. Bring you a little bit of Mortal Kombat tonight following this stream. We'll run UFC for closer to an hour and then come right away. No long break. We'll just come right away back to some Mortal Kombat. Here we go. This guy's on fire, doing his work, doing some damage. Look at his striking. It's very... I like that head movement. Outlast over MK every day. We will get Outlast. It's got to be at night. So Outlast we're going to have to do on Saturday. There's no way I'm going to be able to stay up late enough. Well, yeah, that would work out great for our friends in the UK. Maybe it'd be cracking off in the morning. Does Mrs. Heavy Hands give you special treatment now that you've hit 100 subs? No more basement. No more time. Who told you that I'm forced to be in the basement, dude? I already told you. I don't have to whisper. I run this house. Back to playing video games. Oh no. This guy is insane. Coach finally gets to sleep in the bed instead of the couch. Wow. Ed thinks the wife got you on lock. Well, that would be a mistake. Let me tell you something, Steve. Let me tell you something. I gotta whisper because I got some things going on right now. I run this place. Iron Fist Coach is what she has to call me. You understand? Anyways, back to having fun. Back to respectfully playing video games. And not making too much noise. Huddy says he has a confession. Oh, Huddy, please confess. Mrs. Heavy Hands at 20 says Mrs. Heavy Hands is actually the one who plays UFC 4 and kicks ass. You know what? I don't have our stream. I don't have our stream up, so I can't see these comments after they're getting cut off. There we go. My gosh, I felt like I was just missing it. Chandler has grown on Huddy. And he's a man. That's what changed your mind, Huddy. What made you become a Chandler fan when you have so much red hot disdain and resentment for guys that fight against some of your favorites? Chandler's always been a class act, but again, MMA snobs never seen him before in Bellator. You know what, Ed? I agree with what you say. I feel like Chandler doesn't get the respect he deserves, and that includes by me. I haven't always, and Huddy, I'll read that in just a second. I haven't always been on the Chandler bandwagon. There have been, but I will say those Eddie Alvarez fights, if you're an MMA fan and you haven't seen the Eddie Alvarez fights, so Michael Chandler versus Eddie Alvarez, like, what are you doing? Do you really like combat sports? Because if you do, you would have done yourself a favor and you would have watched that classic. Those classics. That's another guy. Gilbert Melendez is another guy that people don't get enough. He doesn't get enough credit for what he was. Huddy says it's hard to tell how good someone is when they're in Bellator. Okay, so I know that's another shot that you're taking at Bellator, but I partially agree with what you're saying. Like right now, I can't tell you how well Michael Venom Page would do in the UFC. I think he would beat a lot of guys that are in the top 10 that are in the UFC, Huddy. I mean, Michael Venom Page, I don't know. I would have to look at a listing of the top 15. But Michael Venom Page could beat them. So going around and saying that Bellator just sucks, and if you're in Bellator, you're this and that, man. Huddy says, Eddie is trash. Eddie is trash, to be honest. Wow. Ed20 says, and he takes personal offense as he loves another person named Ed, is Eddie's trash. Huddo definitely been on watching MMA for 2 years. Yeah. Huddy says MVP is one of his favorites. How could you beat... Hey, Critical Sandman! Welcome to the stream, my man. Welcome to your team. I appreciate you popping in here 2 days in a row. Critical Sandman, OG Sandman, making it back into the stream. Going up against a Rob Font, who is bringing a lot of pressure and giving me a hard time. So Huddy says, I've watched MMA since I was a kid, Edison. How can MVP be one of your favorites? I mean, that's an acknowledge. He has to be one of your favorites because you think that he's competitive, right? I mean, that he's a legit fighter. You are a fan of legit, talented fighters. Huddy says, one is fire. I do agree with you there. I've become more appreciative of ONE FC. I can't claim to have always been on board with it's one now, but I knew it, obviously when it was ONE FC, I wasn't really watching it too much. I mean, it was mostly the Ben Askren would draw my eye to ONE FC back in the day. He's just entertaining, but I think he has the skill set as well, of course. And Douglas Lima, believe it or not, Douglas Lima could beat Kamaru Usman. Douglas Lima is one of the best. He might be. We just don't know. To your point, Huddy, because he's in Bellator, we don't know. But he is a legit killer. So I just disagree. I feel like Bellator is fun because guys can look. We got our Ronda Rouseys from there. We got Miesha Tate from there. We got a lot of greats, a lot of UFC champions. Daniel Cormier came from Strikeforce. A lot of our greats and champions came from came from Bellator. Andrei Arlovsky, 42 years old, still winning fights in the UFC. The fact is, top guys in Bellator can compete, but the rest is pretty much suck. Okay, here we go. Critical Sandman says, how is Mrs. Heavy Hands doing? How you doing, Mrs. Heavy Hands? I don't know if you guys heard. She says she's good, and she says thank you. Funny thing about Mrs. Heavy Hands, her voice and mine sound exactly the same. Okay, so here we go. In fact, here, Bibs, here, take the... Hi, guys. How are you doing? This is Mrs. Heavy Hands. All right, give me the mic back. She recovered from the Eric Shun? Yes. Yeah, she's laughing right now at that. She's recovered from the Eric Shun debacle, yeah. That Critical Salmon said that must be scary in the bed. Yes, when the commands go out, it can get kind of weird. That's for sure. And how fortunate she is. She's married to a grown man that dreams of playing video games all day. Oh, God. And getting knocked down by Rob Font by night. Woo! That was a close one. He says, Jay comes in here and says, STFU. You suck. Wow, Jay. Wow, Jay MMA. That was a rough one. Another long day at work, Brian Redband. Yeah, I lost that decision somehow. I don't even remember what happened. But I'm glad that was a warm-up. That was perfect timing from Jay to come in here and say that rude thing to me as I got a decision that I was somewhat confused by. Jay says, JMA says, congratulations on 100 subs. I'm very happy for you. Thanks, my man. JMMA, I appreciate it. The timing is suspect, but I'm going to take this victory. Jay is going to take your head for yesterday, and that's quite all right. We are going to run a shorter, and Jay, we're going to do this at night. Outlast is going to be downloaded immediately. And we are going to do that. I think Saturday night would be the best. I think Saturday night, gonna get it, make sure it's dark out as promised, and sit here with all the lights off and run through Outlast and see what's up. Mike, keep the mics hot, as we like to say in the industry. When you get to 100 subs plus, like me, you typically use phrases like the mic is hot. It's because it comes with experience, and this many subscribers, it comes with a lot of weight, a lot of experience. HUD says 10-hour stream tonight. Nice. No, I wish I could if I didn't have to get up and work. Oh, Brian Redband asked about Rumble Johnson. I don't know if anybody's heard, and he's describing it right now. Rumble used somebody else's account to buy a plane ticket from Florida to New Jersey. He essentially stole somebody's credit card. Here's what I think, Brian Redband, to answer your question. I suspect that this was somebody he was involved with romantically. Somebody that he had access to their credit card, or it was, and Brian Redband, yes, Brian Redband says, while Rumble was arrested, he's paid $500 bond, he's been released, and the court date is in July. Thank you for all the details. And yeah, I suspect that it's somebody he knew, maybe a coach, maybe someone he had a business relationship with, or a former romance. I tend to lean that it's a former romance, and that's how that happened, because it's a weird story to have access to somebody's credit card like that and feel inclined to do that. What Brian Redband says, I'm a lawyer, by the way. Wow, of course, that's why we get all the details. Brian Redband, how long have you been a lawyer? What kind of lawyer are you? I condone criminal activity. Brian Rumble paid the $500 bond and released on court date in July. Wow, shout out to Brian Redband and lawyers. And shout out to the bar. Shout out to the judicial system. I'm a civil lawyer practicing a little over a month. Brian Redband, shout out to you. Congratulations on accomplishing such a huge thing, passing the bar, becoming a lawyer, and actually doing it. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. I know that's intense. You did a lot of studying to do what you've done. That is awesome. Shout out to the bar. D-Man Coach airing out his problems with alcohol. Why, thank you, Coach. No, that's well-deserved, Brian. Oh, no. That is well-deserved. I gotta pay attention to what is going on here. I am not feeling good about this fight. Something's been different. There we go. Okay. See if we can get a little bit of order back here. What? I blocked it. Coach, we definitely have to run a subscriber tournament now. Don't duck me. Oh, I will not duck you, my friend. At 20, we will run that tournament like you'd never seen one ran. What is going on? There we go. Man. Gotta try to hit him at least. I don't even think I've landed a shot on this guy. Coach, your stamina management's been poor the first two fights. Let's pick it up. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I gotta really focus. Huddy says, give me. What does that mean? Any update on the league fight? Yes, actually there is an update on the league fight. I am going to take... There's a rematch opportunity of brewing, which I'm going to accept. Seb Contre has been kind enough to accept a rematch. And I gotta focus here for 1 second. Let me see if I can get back into this thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the accelerated time. I'm gonna use the second round to get back my stamina. Heidi says last time it was 30 minutes of adrenaline. Yeah. That was a long fight. Let's see. Whoa. This guy is very good. I just want to get back my stamina. Heidi says, I'd be good with TJ. Yeah, I've used him. I've definitely used TJ Dillashaw before. It's just something about Henry Cejudo. I think his wrestling. I don't remember TJ's stats. Obviously his top game is really good, but I don't think it's as high as Henry Cejudo. Coach, do you believe Max Holloway when he says he playing the UFC helped him improve his MMA skills? No. You know what? Who am I to say he's lying? I'm not Max Holloway, but that's a really interesting thought. He could have, he couldn't have meant in the ways of like learning how to, like the fundamentals, learning how to become himself. No, he didn't learn that. But I wonder if he means like he saw techniques or maybe he saw combinations that worked really well in the game that he's like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that, brother. Brother, I could do that. And he, it might have given him some insight into opportunities. Maybe even like elbows, things like that. Huddy says, coaches, I believe he was being serious. It's just, do I believe it was what Brian Redband was asking. And I don't know. It was at 20 got another clip. His top game is really good. There you go, Ed. There are more of those to come, rest assured. But yeah, we would just have to ask a couple more questions to find out what he meant. So let me, I guess, give a different answer. Yes, I do believe that he has been helped. In which way? I don't know. Maybe just an inspiration. Look at this guy. My God. Just crazy. Out of context, Coach Twitter going to be huge. I hope so. I hope it blows up for you guys. My God. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. I can't stop this guy. I don't think it has anything to do with rust. Ed 20 says, Coach, you're definitely rusty. Getting your behind whooped right now. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with rust, man. This guy is just good. God. My God. Coach, did you get on the bikes today, or did you forget? No, we didn't go on any bike rides today. We were supposed to go on an actual bike ride, not get on the bike, go for a bike ride outside, but no, we did not. The wife and I just worked out in-house, indoors. He's going to rock your body to set up head attacks. Yeah, thank you, Ed. What I need to get him to do, he throws heavy, a lot of pressure. Got to get him to throw. Oh, thought I was going to get around him. Oh, wow. The fake shuts him down. The fake shuts off the pitter-patter. Ed says this guy's takedowns are worse than mine. Takedown defense is worse than Ed's. Okay. Oh, I knew it. I don't know how I survived that. Coach. Oh my God. Is Corey Sandhagen future championship? Absolutely. Brian Redband asks, is Corey Sandhagen future championship material? Corey Sandhagen is another guy that I don't get excited enough for. And it's not just because of the crazy KO of Frankie Edgar. This guy plays hella spamly. There's no thought process. No, Ed, yeah, it's crazy playing this guy. It's insane. It's just a wall of knees and spin. Look at that. It's just... God. But no, yeah. Jeez Christ. Oh. That guy just destroyed me. My goodness. And it wasn't like he was throwing high volume. Look at the accuracy. Look at his accuracy. It's insane. Man, I should have gone more for takedowns in the beginning because he's so good at the stand-up, but he's awful he throws such crazy combos. That, oh my God. Okay, Corey is champ material and a tough matchup for everyone at 135. I just think Aljo and Piotr are slightly above. See, I don't think that. I think Corey Sandhagen's at their level. I can't be right about this. I can't be proven right until we see him fight, obviously, at the championship level, right? So we're all speculating. Hey, Dennis Pierce says, good luck. Welcome to the stream, Dennis. Thank you for your good luck wishes. I need it today. Your boy's getting smashed on with no regard for his life or his self-respect. Piotr is above everyone. I've been said this before the Aljo fight. That's what Huddy says. And, that might be true. I mean, you might be right about that. But when it comes to Corey Sandhagen, boy, oh boy. I mean, Corey Sandhagen is not going to look like Aljo against Piotr. I'd be shocked to see that. But styles make fights. MMA math does not exist. This guy beats this guy, so this guy, it doesn't exist. I just feel like Corey's style is a problem for everybody. I'd, in fact, like to see Corey run it back with Aljo and see what happens in that second fight. I would be really curious to see how well Aljo handles Corey the second time. Because I think I would bet that Corey wins that rematch. I swear to you, some guys lose a fight and you're gonna lose, but it also just lights a fire. That guy already was so talented. Huddy says he would look worse than Aljo. I don't know, man. I just don't think so. Okay, so we're just going to let this time pass at bantamweight and that was WRDMTL, who we were just getting matched up with. He has a terrible connection. It's just awful. It's abusive. Ed 20 says, Coach, now that you hit 100 subs, shout out to 100 subs, and you're making that YouTube money, you quitting your job and streaming full time. My gosh, I could never, I wouldn't have the courage to do that. Let me tell you something. If I were making all the money that you think, let's say I was making, what's a lot of money for a YouTuber? Let's say it's $500,000. Let's say I was making $500,000 a year doing exactly this. I still wouldn't quit my job. I would keep working. There's no way you could convince me to quit my job and do YouTube, quote unquote, full time. Unless this money was insane. It would have to be way more than $500,000 a year to get me to quit something. I mean, it'd have to be, okay, I can plan my future out. I can see what's happening. I can predict these future cash flows reasonably, like my name is going to hold out there. Huddy says, you tripping, Coach. I would quit right away. Really? Yeah, I would not. I definitely wouldn't. There's no way you can convince me to quit my job. Ed 20 says, geez, how come? Well, it's a matter of security. It's, when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to fame, when it comes all the stuff that we're into right now, these video games, all of this stuff, nobody cares about. So Ed 20 says, not nobody cares about. I mean, in the future, a lot of this stuff goes away and, you could become, anything can happen and you can lose that YouTube channel. YouTube could become the not, prominent, displayer of videos in the future. It could be a number of things that happen that, you just can't rely on. I know that I've got a specific skill set that I use for a living. I'd want to keep that sharp and, just in case something happened. But you could get fired the same way you could lose your channel. That's a good point. You could lose your job. You can get laid off just the same way you could lose that channel. Absolutely. That's for sure. But that experience that I've got, as you work, you get experience and Ed 20 says, Coach, to be honest, if you would make bank off YouTube revenue and make solid investments, you'll be set. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. That's important, is investing that money. You guys, I do not know why we are having so much lag. Dennis Pierce says, Coach, I had Asian food for dinner. Asian. Dennis Pure, I hate the fact that you're going to delete that message immediately after repeating it. But thank you for letting us know. So here we go. Running it at middleweight. I'm going to go back to, I got to go back home. I gotta stick. Actually, I'm gonna stick with Vettori. I feel like I've had decent experiences. By the way, Robert Whittaker needs to be upgraded to 5-star. 500K, you're not quitting. Mrs. Heavy Hands about to throw the Jerry spinning elbow on me. Yeah, no, I'm not. I am definitely not quitting my job for 500,000. What is Asian dinner? Brian Redband asked. That's a great question. I don't know. Dennis Pure, I don't know what this is about, but he seems to be having a meltdown of some sort. You had Asian dinner. I want Asian mamacita to eat instead. I shouldn't have read that, Huddy. Joking. Don't let my girl see that. You might want to follow your friend Mr. Pure's lead and do that and delete that message. Brian Redband says Alex Volkanovski should get a 5-star if Robert Whittaker is a 5-star. I agree with that too. I agree with that. He should get a 5-star, and he should get a ratings boost as well. He's short, and it's difficult to really use him at the lower weight classes. Okay, so here we go. This is just a off feeling I'm having right now. And I don't know why. Okay, I gotta calm down here. You play Mortal Kombat later? Yeah, actually I am. I'm about to play Mortal Kombat after a couple of fights. I know Marvin got boosted, but why do people like using him? He just never felt right to me. He doesn't feel right, but his ground game feels good. Like, when you get somebody on the ground, it feels good. He's really good. Better than Robert Whittaker, I feel like. I gotta keep my stamina. Gotta keep aware of my stamina. I'm just doing things. I'm trying to force a situation. Okay. Chandler and Tony are my picks this weekend. Yeah, I'm not picking Tony. I don't know which way I'm going to go with Tony. I don't have a lot of faith in Tony. Not in his legacy. He is an excellent fighter. But I do believe that 37 is 37. You know, Tony is awesome. I love Tony Ferguson. I have so much respect for Tony Ferguson. I think Tony it's going to be funny when people start loving Tony again when he wins. Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I bet against Tony Ferguson in the Kevin Lee fight. I thought Kevin Lee was going to beat Tony Ferguson in that fight. And the way that fight started was exactly what I thought was going to happen. I really felt like that. And I was sitting there when Lee did that. I was like, see, told you so. Everyone's like, yeah, wow. Huddy says Dariush is overrated. Ryan Redband says, Beneil versus Tony might be one of the hardest picks. It's a tough one. Exactly. If I had to, though, if I'm talking about, and I'm not a betting man, but if I have to put my money on somebody, it's going to be Beneil. I'm going to bet on Beneil. If I had to go one way, and yes, there's recency bias involved here. There's, you know, it's, I just feel like he's been more active. It's not a tough one. Tony's going to take Beneil's head. So, no, if I had to put money, that fight's definitely going to be go to a decision. Both guys are too tough, yes. Yeah, that I agree with. I would be shocked if we see a finish in that fight. At 20, good point. I really feel like we're going to see that. Coach, pick Beneil. Put the mortgage on Tony, guys. Oh, God. I mean, I don't know why there's so much abuse. Oh, wow. See, Marvin Vettori is not as good as Robert Whittaker on the feet for me. I get lit up by some guys with Robert Whittaker, though. You're really good. But he's so much more, like Huddy said, well-rounded. And I'm about to look at the fight card here in just a second. It's a good thing, Coach. Don't be on fight. Your missus will get annoyed with you constantly losing money. Bet on fights. Okay. Yeah, no, she would. She would. But, you know, I do get fights right sometimes. But no, I know better than that. I know better than to gamble. I would never bet on a fight when I mean, it'd be hard. I would have to see some weird underdog to bet on a fight when I don't know either fighter personally. I have no insight into anybody's camp. I'm not around any inner circle. I don't have enough information. All I have is the same marketing stuff that you're watching, and everybody else is watching. So, I'm going off of that and their last fight, and who knows what emotional turmoil these guys have been going through. You know, I'd much rather, if I were to gamble or bet on something, I would rather play like blackjack, something at least I have some control, some say in my fate here, and it's not held by somebody else. Fights, the biggest fights I was wrong with, the one fight Coach gets right, and I had more than that at 20. I only missed one fight on UFC 261. Ed 20 says, and that was the Rose fight. Ed says, the one fight Coach gets right. My uncle Stipe suffers and gets KO'd. Yeah, no, that was a rough fight, man. But Stipe sounds like he's heating up. Dana White, I mean, word's getting out that this is John Jones versus Stipe is what we might be seeing. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't think feeding John to Stipe. I would predict Stipe for that. What? Believe it or not, I think Stipe beats John Jones. That's a tough fight. Well, also, I could easily be wrong. John could come out there and just blaze this guy. If John Jones is good at heavyweight, my God. Oh. Well, Huddy says, no way, Stipe is chinny. Even older Stipe, John is in his prime. Brian Redband, so Stipe is older, and yes, here's what I'd argue. Is John Jones in his prime? Is he in his prime? What case do you have to make that he's in his prime? You could argue that he lost the Silva fight, the Thiago Silva fight, and that he lost the fight against, what's his name? ASD Huddy, what is up, my man? Welcome back. This is a struggle. I am struggling to survive, man. Lost some fights today. Lost the warm-up. Lost the first fight. This fight's a struggle. And I normally beat this guy, so I'm having problems. Thiago Santos, sorry about that. Thiago Santos. He lost that fight. And to Dominic Reyes, he lost that fight. John is 33. Heavyweights generally tend to age slower. They do, but heavyweights typically haven't lived maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like heavyweights have lived a full life, at lightweight. ASD says he didn't, though. I mean, ASD, I know what you're saying. He did not lose the judge's decision. And I'm a John Jones. I was a huge John Jones fan when those two fought. I was biased for John Jones, and when they were calling that a decision, I was almost certain John Jones lost both times. The Thiago Santos fight. Huddy says Izzy beats John Jones. No. He doesn't. That's a wrap. Huddy, I love Izzy. Izzy isn't beating John Jones. That's not happening. I mean, Jan's not a wrestler. And look what happened. Jan is not a wrestler. Izzy is not beating John Jones, Huddy. That is just, I would bet on that fight. That's the type of fight I would bet on. If someone forced me to put a wager on a fight, John Jones versus Izzy, where John Jones is the underdog. If John Jones somehow is an underdog, oh my goodness. I'm not saying bet the mortgage, but I'm putting some money down. Susan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team, my man. I appreciate you popping in. This is the struggle right here. I'm having a hard day getting beaten, and these fights aren't easy right now. You can see the pressure I'm under. Oh. Oh my goodness. Susan says, what division am I? I'm in Division 20. I'm in Division 20. What division are you in? By the way, Susan, please. What you're doing right now is why I'm here. The chat is what I care about. You participating, talking is why I'm here. Please hit that subscribe, hit that like, and most importantly, hit those notifications so you know when to show up. Susan is in Division 17. Have you hit Division 20, Susan? By the way, we've hit 100 subscribers today. Oh, what do you mean, why not, Susan? Oh, 19. Okay, 19 is the highest you got. Because if you were to subscribe, you would be lucky. Hey, Metachenko! Welcome back. The legend returns. Just in time to see me flailing at this UFC game. What is up, Metachenko? Welcome back, my man. Thank you for the congratulations. And just to let everybody know, to celebrate 100 subscribers, members of the stream wanted to see me play a horror game. So we've picked Outlast. Oh, yes. Thank you, Susan. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for saying why not to that. I appreciate that. You are the man. Thank you very much. So, yeah, we decided to do Outlast. And it was, and so we're going to do that Saturday night. Do it not late at night, but after dark. And just hit that scary game. 100 subs. Yeah, we did it. 101 subs, Huddy. We are here. At least we finished the round in the submission. I don't know who's winning this fight. Probably him. I don't know. At 20, just chilling, bro. He's been playing a lot of Apex recently. Medichenko, I want to get into Apex Legends. I hear it's awesome. I mean, I hear it's a lot of fun. I want to get into a first-person shooter. I really have heard a lot of good things about Apex Legends. That it's not... When I see it, I see a lot of kiddie-like behavior. I see a lot of childlike stuff going on. But I've heard from a lot of people it's good. ASD says, nah, that's overrated, son. Call of Duty is better than Apex, Huddy says. I've played Call of Duty. I have played, and it's fun. Warzone is a very fun game. I don't like the Call of Duty single player, though. I really don't like it. It's the best first-person shooter battle royale. Wow. Huddy's coming in here and waving his colors around. He's got that flag hanging out of his back pocket, and he don't give. He gives 0 Fs. What you think? Here we go. Call of Duty is not better than Apex, and that's coming from a Call of Duty veteran. Do you like the Call of Duty story mode, Coach? No. Brian Redband, I do not like the Call of Duty story mode. I find it really not fun to play against the computer. Susan says, do I play people who watch me? Of course. Susan, I'm just trying to get better, man. I'm literally documenting my process. I've been playing these MMA games since I was a kid. And so I played a lot of UFC 3, and I was like, you know what? For ranked UFC 4, I should record it. I was told by a bunch of people that I should start streaming and blah, 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 so I did it. And that's what I've documented. I have pretty much every fight, I would say 80% of the fights I've had in ranked, I've got recorded up on YouTube. And I definitely will play anybody. Ed 20 says he definitely does, and he whoops. I don't whoop anybody. Coach has played all of us for the most part. Yeah, I have played all of you, but I don't whoop everybody. Proto, everybody in here knows Proto. Proto beats me. I just got beat the other day by... Medichenko says, from the movement to the gun, play Apex is way more fun. Sorry for that beeping, guys. The pace is way faster. The movement of the gun's better. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I've been saying I'm going to check out a lot of things, but Apex Legends is going to get checked out. Medichenko, if I'm not on your friends list, I'd like to get on there. Maybe we can, you can teach me the ropes. Huddy's beating me with Izzy. Yeah, so people beat me, my man. I'm not Mr. Big Shot. I'm not a Prioxy, or a Crooks. Oh, no. Oh. Coach, you play training mode to improve your moves. No, I do not. When I'm done with this game, Brian Redband, I'm like done. I just put it down and then I go about my night. You know, I should take a couple hours and get in. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, dude, this has been a rough day. This has been a rough day. Swoosin says, when do I play people? This guy I've beaten so many times. That was crazy. I'm just having a bad day. This happens, guys. It's gonna happen. How many L's? I've had 2. Shoot me a friend request, Coach. We can get an Apex session in whenever. Awesome. That is awesome. Had 2 losses, ASD. This is just a rough day. Let's run one more. One more ranked fight. And then we're going to switch over to Mortal Kombat. And and play a little Mortal Kombat. That was a request. Yeah, that was a back-to-back L. Oh. Yeah, Huddy, absolutely you can play. I'm going to shoot you an invite right now, in fact, Medichenko. Hold on one second. I thought we might be in the middle of a fighter selection there. Let me get back. Search for Diaz mentality. There we go. That's him. More. Hey, Diaz, I don't think I can add you as a friend. Let me just say hello. Oh, yeah, I should be able to. Oh, never mind. Got it. All right, let's go. Let's get it in. Yeah, man, I've had a rough day, and I felt weird. I told my wife beforehand, I was like, I felt weird coming into this. Like, I feel tired. I feel, not tired, but just drowsy and not my normal self. But I can't blame that for this. I'm just getting torn up. But to that guy, I normally beat. That lets me know something is really wrong. I beat that guy easily, typically. Susan, he usually plays viewers at the end. I'm sorry, Susan, did I miss your question? When do I play people on the stream? Yeah, I'll play you at the... Do you want to play today, Susan? I can play you right after this next fight. And then we can go to Mortal Kombat, if you're still in here. I'm sorry I missed your question. Let's take a look here and see... Your intro was off today. Yeah, I'm telling you. I felt off. I felt off coming into it. I felt weird and just like, even at work. I just felt like I wasn't focused. So maybe that's what it is. I hope it is, but because I feel like I'm not taking advantage of everything. Susan is my gamer tag. Okay, cool, my man. Cool, I will accept it tomorrow when I hop on. Awesome, Medichenko. Yeah, we should definitely get it in. Coach, we didn't get a No Big Show song or the Francis 100 sub special. I keep forgetting. I mean, I haven't seen Francis here yet. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. What? Open the door.
Hello. I see Coach, Heavy Hand got to 100, 100 sub. I congratulate the coach. I wish him all the best going forward. Sometime I know the way. I know how to. I know how to. The way I hit Coach Heavy Hand.
Shut up! Get out of here. And thank you, but just stop taking the mic up too much. I mean, jeez. I give him a couple minutes and he doesn't know what to do. He gets lost. The fame is just too much. He gets overwhelmed. I'm working with Francis on, first of all, in case you guys didn't know, I train him. He's the reason why he's so strong. He's the reason why I'm the reason why he's so strong. He and I go back and forth, Susan says that was good. I don't know what you mean was good. The guy is right here. He's standing right here, and I make him what he is. He might be the baddest man on earth to you guys, but you should be really looking. You should be looking right here as I'm pounding my chest. You should be looking right I hope you can hear that. That's the thick chest. Thick chest. Right there. So, and my wife is staring at me like I need to be put into a home. And shaking her head. And smiling. At least there's a smile. So, here we go. One last fight of the stream. Boy, this looks like GOAT, if I've ever seen him. And, but we're not afraid. We're going to enter this head on. I'm going to go with my man. I'm going to switch it up to Kamaru Usman. Damn, that look don't come with anything good. Your wife definitely thinks you are special. Yeah, no, that look does not come with anything good. ASD says, Dan, it does not. It does not come with anything good. Yes, this is going to be a clone match. Ed says I should have picked Colby. Yeah, I thought about it, but I feel like I'm going to go back to Kamaru. I need that power. You down to play after this fight? Absolutely, Suisun. I'm 100% down to play after this fight. This is J Spy 420. He sends his respect. I respect him. ASD says no dinner. Remember when Anderson used to say he wished he could fight himself? Yeah, that was some weird stuff. Where's the finishes, Coachella? Man, I want a win, Ed. I don't even care right now about a finish. I care about getting a win. Like I said, I'm feeling off today, but they all can't be winners. We're not feathering the nest for a loss. We're trying to play carefully here. A standing guillotine will provide a W. ASD, I can't do that, man. I can't. I want to standing guillotine. I want to do that. I want to. I wish I had but it will make me weaker. I'm telling you, ASD. I thought about what you said. I think there was a stream where you weren't even in it and I brought up what you said. I named you and said, because your words hit me when you said you'll deal with that when that time comes. And I agreed with you. But then I started to think, you don't have to make that adjustment when the time comes if you've always just flown straight. Bro, they gave nice Kamaru Usman. They were nice to him and gave him his hairline. Yeah, they did. They didn't want any static with Kamaru Usman. They gave him that full hairline. Yeah, they did. Wow, they did. They didn't update him. He was like, yeah, don't update my character. Don't update that. Leave that how it was from UFC 1. Next game, Usman will be balls, so look forward to that. Yeah, I would actually take an update. I would take an update where they, even in this game, like, they should just make him bald. If they can take away that hair, they should do it. Just make him bald. I think he looks younger or something like that. He looks just younger. Coach Heavy Hugs. You're right now, Ed. You can call me Coach Pillow Fist, Coach Struggle to Survive, whatever coach you want to put in front of a set of nouns or whatever it is. I'll take it. I'm trying to survive, homeboy. I don't think you understand, my friend from the UK. I'm having a bad day, and I'm trying to get these W's any way I can. You guys ever have a bad day in UFC? You're watching one right now. Woo! So Coach Meltdown, Coach, we need a W. ASD, I need a W. I definitely do. We all need a W. Nobody fears Marty. Boy, I would be afraid of Marty. If I was at 170, yeah, I would rather look for some other fight. I think Kamaru Usman, what he's doing, I think he's getting ready to retire. I think we don't see Kamaru Usman next year. Ed 20 says, it should be like variations. Although Usman was balding, he did the right thing by shaving his hair very low. Yeah, he definitely did. That's the way to go. When you're balding, get that low, or you got the power alleys, get that low haircut. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Look at, Dave Chappelle kind of does that. And you barely notice it. It's just part of who they are. But when you try to grow your hair out, and you're looking like... ASD, what was a broad statement? Sorry if I'm missing the chat. I'm just trying to wear this guy down as you guys know, had a hard day so far. Yeah, Usman's done after 1.5 fights. 1-2 fights. No, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 fights, but I predict that I can see us not getting Kamaru Usman in 2022. I can see that happening. Kamaru Usman has many injuries. That's why, yeah, absolutely, Brian. He has bad knees. He's got all sorts of issues. And I think the logic that we're seeing, and he's done a pretty interesting job of painting the picture. Side Mills, what's up, Side Mills? I'll be right there. I'll read that comment in just a second. But I think Kamaru walks down the stairs backwards because his knees are so bad. He used to do that. If you watch the first Jorge Masvidal fight, he walks down the steps backwards. And he mentioned it, I think, on JRE, that he walks downstairs backwards because his knees are so bad sometimes. And you got to see it right there. So, Inside Mills, thank you so much for popping in, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you for chatting. That's my number one thing, is the chat. Thank you for contributing to the thought in here. If you hadn't had a chance to subscribe, my man, please do. Hit that like, hit that notification. That's the most important thing, is those notifications. Streams are typically on between 4:30 and 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Huddy says, Kamzat is... I sub, bro. No worry. Thank you, my man. Side Mills, thank you. I appreciate you. And this is a boring fight, but Side Mills, I'm having a rough day. Trying to get a little bit of pride here. Scared of Kamzat. Give it a rest. Kamzat tweets more. Kamzat is a younger man. He can fight someone else, Huddy. Yeah, I think so. And Kamzat looks crazy talking about somebody looking scared to fight him. Neil Magny looking scared to fight him. Kamzat kind of is overplaying his hand. It seems like he doesn't know when to say when, or when to place his shots. And I do think Kamzat beats Neil Magny. I wouldn't bet on Neil Magny in that fight. Kamzat loses that fight. Or wins that fight, excuse me. I do not think Magny's a bum. There's no way. Magny's not a bum.
Are you ready? You ready?
Okay, here we go. I'll be right back to the stream. Brian Revs at Kamzat, Huddy. I'm all on board the Kamzat train too, but let's make sure we can get on the right track. That's right. I agree with Brian Redband. Look at that law degree sensibility kicking in and keeping the chat in line. Yeah, I want to see Kamzat grow. I want to see, and I feel like Neil Magny is a perfect fight for him. That's a fight he should take. But the way he's saying that Neil Magny is running from him or something like that is absolutely insane. It's... Huddy says, I tweeted at Kamzat in his first prelim fight, and he liked this tweet. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I always love that. When fighters don't, I think a lot of fighters don't understand how much that means to fans. Even a like from, them is such a big deal. Magny is running. Why is Magny running? Brian Redband says, Huddy, so you're the train conductor. Jay Spy bringing the heat. How goes the stream? All about your blah blah. It's awful. It's a rough. How did he stuff that takedown? I mean, I don't know if anybody just saw that. If anybody was looking at the screen. And by the way, shout out, Marshall. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team, my man. We're about to get a fight in with one of our newest subscribers, and then we're going to be hopping over to Mortal Kombat. All aboard the Kamzat Express. Choo choo. Bro, I have issues online. I feel my fighter really slow. Do you know what's up? No, I'm feeling the same thing. Yo, Side Mills, I'm feeling the same thing right now. I'm feeling like my reactions have been slow. I'm feeling like I'm hitting buttons. It's not there, but I think it's more me. I've been feeling tired today. But I feel like my guy's been slow. Are you just talking about today, Side Mills? Or are you talking about in general? It's crazy. Ed 20 says, Magny has like 30, 40 fights. Don't be silly. He's not running. Huddy, who also predicts that the Paul brother, Logan Paul, is going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Which I cannot express to you how unlikely that is. Sidemill says, in most of the match, it's weird. I feel like it's my monitor. I think it's my monitor. I don't know. Yeah, it might be. Coach, it's the arthritis. I told you, I take Neosporin. I got all sorts of anti-inflammatories I take for my arthritis. Got that ritis. Oh no, Floyd will make this look much easier than you can imagine. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Floyd is going to make this one bad. Floyd's going to make this one bad. My goodness. Oh. Oh, see, Kamaru has that power at least. Floyd's an old man, Huddy. I don't blame him if he's running. Did Huddy just say Floyd's a... G's coach landed a 3-piece. Yeah, that's right. I can't see the rest of your comment, Ed, right this second, but I will in just a minute. Huddy says he's just trash talking Canelo as his favorite fighter. Oh, my God. It's a crazy round. Last round of our ranked fights. Then we fight new to the streamer, Omnisun. I think that was the name. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. There, Suisun, I'm sorry. Chokes are hard. They really are hard. Suisun, well, they're not hard for some people, Suisun. There are guys that choke really well. Last time Coach got a finish, he couldn't grow I get finishes. I've been having a rough streak, though. I will agree with you, Ed. And your words, although hurtful, they motivate me to do better. So I appreciate your contribution. I will cry on my own. Oh! That's when you calling Coach a decisionator. That's exactly what he's calling me, and rightfully so. But I do have more finishes than I do decisions. Ooh. Jeez. That was hard to survive. My God. Do I own my home, Coach? Not right now. I do not. I did own a house, which it was a nightmare. I can tell you, it was wonderful when I lived in the house. But we rented it out to people, and it became a mess. It was just awful. Once we rented it out to people, it was just crazy. I would have tenants again under a different circumstance if I had a property management company or something like that. But these people were just awful, all about you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is truly awful, yeah. So I'm guessing you've had the same or similar experience. It's just truly awful dealing with people like that, and it's just like, you know, I understand people, it's not their house, so they don't necessarily care about it like you do, but it's just crazy how some people live. Oh! It's a wrap. Decision time, baby. All about your brother says, I own a house. I'm about to own a rental property. I'm not looking forward to this work. Wow, congratulations, though. Congratulations on getting the rental property, first and foremost. But, yeah, man, if you live near it, it's not going to be that bad. Just make sure you have a regular presence. Hold on while I stare right into the sun. This is my theme song. Yes, it is. I've been told that I probably look like the Big Show, so this has become my theme song. Shout out, Ed. Going to listen to the morning combat to go to sleep. Thanks for the streaming, Coach. No problem, man. We are just about to finish up the stream. And thank you, Brian Redband, the lawyer, for being here. Suisun We're about to join his stream and get a fight in with our boy Suisin. Dos Nachos is a dog. So Suisin and I don't have the best connection. Are we going to be here at welterweight? Let's take a look here. Suisin wants to be my friend. I want to be your friend, Suisin. Friend request received. Friend request accepted. There we go. Suisin's on some battlefield. You can pick. Oh, no, you're absolutely, you pick. Whichever one you want, Suisin. Whatever one you want. Whatever weight class you like. Do it whichever one you want. Nope, Suisin, I insist. I'll be a gentleman. You pick whichever weight class you want. All about your blah, blah, blah. Best of luck, Marshall. It's a big boy step. It is a big boy step. Shout out to all about your blah, 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 making it happen. You can pick Colby. Pick, love to see it. The weight class. It'll be a few months, Ed. So what's going to take a few months? Are you going to be actually doing a fixer-upper? Are you going to be working on that yourself? Is that what's going to take a few months? And if so, what did you see in this property that made you say, okay, this is going to be my first ever rental property? Huddy asked Ed, who's his favorite fighter? Yeah, Ed, who is your favorite fighter? Ed says in 5 years, blah, blah is going to throw a yacht party and invite all of us. You better. Shout out to Suisin, my man. Welcome to the stream. Here comes Suisin, ready to fight, ready to bring it. Mine of all time is Khabib, of course, Huddy. I don't stand fighters because I'm not a 15-year-old schoolgirl. But Ed, who's the fighter that inspired the most, your imagination the most? Who's the one that you looked forward to fighting the most? You're young. My guess is that it was John Jones or Stipe. Stipe might be that might actually be. If you're you're young. You're 23. I like Leon because he's from my area. Stipe from my background. So here we go. Suisin, new to the channel, new to the team. Happy to get it in on this very rough day. But we pulled off a victory, left on a victory. That's the positive side. Nice leg kick. I love Jose Aldo's leg kicks. If you aren't against somebody that checks leg kicks, it's just a thing of beauty. It's such a problem to deal with. Woo! Nice kick. Suisin coming on strong. letting everybody know on the team that he's not here to take part, he's here to take over. There's liking a fighter and letting it cloud your judgment. No matter how much I like Leon, I can put bias to one side and be real. Yeah, I feel like I have some fighters I root for, mainly only Tyron, but I mostly just like the sport. Yeah, I think that's why I had such a hard time picking out my favorite fighter, and I basically had to say it was John Jones. Or, I mean, overall, it's Anderson Silva. And I just put that because I had come on. How much fun was it watching Anderson Silva go into the octagon and do some crazy stuff? That's why the Damian Maia fight, most people remember it. Most people remember the Damian Maia fight because Anderson had such high expectations. There's nothing wrong with having faith in your favorite fighter beating someone. That just sounds stupid. No, I don't think there's wrong with having faith. I don't think there's wrong with having faith, but you also want to be able to say, hey, my favorite fighter is, let's just say my favorite fighter is Kimbo Slice or whoever. But to think Kimbo Slice would have beaten Cain Velasquez, it would have been insane. If you'd argue that he, whatever. House needs all new windows. Hold on, I want to read that in just a second. All bunch of blah blah. That's what I like and enjoy fights. Honestly, investing my emotion in this is tough, especially seeing Stipe get KO'd. I was in a bad mood. So there you go, Ed. You can identify with Huddy. Your judgment, I think, may have gotten in the way of that fight. Huddy might do that a little bit more, but you could argue that your judgment got in your way of that fight. I mean, the fight was a toss-up, but you were certain that Stipe was going to win. I said Ngannou, and yes, I did guess in the second round by KO. But for someone to have believed wholeheartedly that Stipe was just going to destroy Ngannou, it was just like, it's hard. You had to be a fan to believe that. So that's what I think Huddy experiences a little bit when he's talking about his fighter. Stipe is definitely one of my favorites. If I had one, it's just hard for me to see good dudes lose, but it's equally enjoyable to see good dudes win. Yeah. Watching Stipe beat Daniel Cormier, as much as I love DC, it wasn't that bad because Stipe is such a good person and such a great dude. I mean, watching him win is fun, and then looking at his story and knowing he's still a fireman and he's a great. He appears to be a great family guy. I mean, if Stipe beats your favorite fighter, you gotta love him. You really gotta respect Stipe. Ooh, at the end of the day, you gotta respect Stipe. He just seems like such a great guy. Susan doing his best. Very cautious. He fights somewhat like me, very cautiously. And I respect that. All bunch of blah 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 says, I've watched that second DC fight a million times. My favorite comeback of all time. Ed says, I'm not a DC fan, but when Joe interviewed DC after he got KO'd by John, I was pissed. I care about the welfare of fighters. Yeah, that was hard to watch. That was crazy. That was just crazy, and it was crazy. Blah blah says, yeah. So I don't know if that was the greatest comeback of all time. I doubt that. But it was amazing. Like watching Stipe do that in real time, like the first body shot landed, you noticed it. Even I noticed it. Everybody saw the first one land. And that should be like a classic moment in MMA. That first, I think it was the left body shot that Stipe landed on DC, it was beautiful. It was like, and he was losing the fight. And I was like, whoa. And then he hit a second one. And then he hit a couple in a row. And it was like, whoa, DC's not protecting himself. He's not invincible, dude. You could see. You could see that they're wearing. That was an amazing moment. That was crazy. It's my favorite. Maybe not the greatest. Yeah, I understand why it's your favorite. I get why. And who could know what the greatest is? That's all that matters is somebody's opinion. Whoever's talking or whoever's, communicating. That's all we've got. So there is no greatest, and that very well may be the greatest. And it is in your opinion. I feel like there are consensus. Those great moments fade over time. I was even thinking about Conor McGregor's KO of Jose Aldo. It doesn't feel as significant as it once did. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like it was such a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. I have no stamina. I got caught in an armbar here. Wow. I don't even remember what happened. How did I get there? Does Anderson Silva beating Shale the first time count as a great comeback? Yes! Ed, there you go. Look at Ed. Ed might be cruel, but he definitely comes through with the comments. That is the greatest comeback. Of course, because it's Anderson Silva. But it is, objectively speaking, that has to be the greatest comeback in UFC history. It has to. It literally, if we're using a data point, like how many rounds were won, how many, minutes were won in the fight, that has to be it. Does Conor's run, all bunch of blah says, does Conor's run not feel that big a deal because Conor hasn't won a meaningful fight in like 5 years? Yeah, dude. That's exactly it. Yeah, the Silva comeback has to be the greatest comeback of all time. I knew there was something else better, and there are other ones I think that are even better than the Stipe. The Stipe one is a classic, though. Make no mistake, it's in the top 10. It's just that Anderson fight. I was in a Buffalo Wild Wings when that was happening, and I was so upset. But what was crazy is I hadn't disengaged from the screen. I didn't give up on Anderson. I really didn't. We were in the 5th round, and I still was, I was still thinking Anderson was going to do something in the 5th round, last minutes. And when he was on the ground, that was just insane. Wow, you are very good, Susan. Susan landed some blows on your boy. Big punch go brrr. Stipe sleep. Yeah, no, I do agree that Francis probably... Francis, no matter how much weight Stipe puts, I don't get the impression that weight was the issue in that fight. Unless Stipe saying that right hand he landed. My God, dude. Woo! Suisin, if you have not made it to Division 20, I don't understand what you've been doing wrong or who you've been fighting. You are Division 20 all day, my man. Look at that. Takedown defense is great. Wow. Did Zhang say she lost because the crowd was too loud? I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I definitely didn't see that. I just saw that headline. I did not see her say that at all. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought I was losing this fight, but I think I'm winning. Aldo has the nastiest kicks in history. Your boy got sparked by an underranked bump. Stipe got the record for heavyweight title defenses. Man, that's rough. That's a rough assessment, Ed. Yeah, Jose Aldo in his prime, his leg kicks were a thing of beauty. He doesn't seem to do it leg kick as frequently, but Benson definitely did too. There we go. It's a fifth round war. Frankie Edgar really stopped Jose from using leg kicks. He did. He really did. Frankie, and the Chad Mendes fight. My God. Jose got bad injuries to his. I can't remember what, but I remember him saying it stopped him from being leg kick heavy. Oh wow, okay. I never saw him address that. I've never heard it. I should have looked it up. If that's out there, I'd be really interested to see more of what he says about that, because it's such, and that speaks to how great Jose Aldo is. Like, that was what that seemed like the basis of his entire game. And he kind of has matured into this, like, his hands are beautiful, dude. He has beautiful body shots. You saw not just the Jeremy Stevens, when he finished Jeremy Stevens with that beautiful left hand to the body. We've seen that same punch thrown. Even Piotr Jan caught it. And, he's developed this stand-up game that's pretty good. And recently, I think in his last fight, against Piotr, he said, yeah, Francis checked a few leg kicks perfectly. Hold on, guys. Let me see. It's a wrap. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Hold on one second. I don't know why the tag is not sticking in my head. And I think if Aldo didn't gas, he'd be bantamweight champ because he was winning. Yeah, JMMA, he was beating Piotr Jan. No way Jose Aldo should have retired after that. Good match. Suisin, you are not a Division 19 fighter, Suisin. You are every bit better than I've seen a lot of people that hit Division 20 that aren't anywhere near as good as you are. So it just might have been bad luck, something like that. You are very good and very capable. You're very capable, man. It's really good. Sui-sun. Sui-sun. Thank you, my man. Phonetic spelling always helps. Sui-sun. Sui-sun. All right. Well, you guys, I'm about to play some Mortal Kombat. I appreciate you showing up for me. I appreciate all the likes. Susan, welcome to the team. Hit 100. We're there, my friends. I appreciate you so much. And as you all know, I'll be here tomorrow afternoon. I want you to have fun, stay safe, and I will see you in Mortal Kombat if you want to join me. Holler at your boy. We're going to try to get some fatalities. You know what's coming up next. I know what's coming up next. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace. I'm out. Susan, yeah, I need to cool off.